So what's up guys, my name is Chris and welcome to the last video of the year, hopefully. I have no idea when this releases. Many of you wanted to see a model collection video, so that's exactly what you'll get. Without any further interruptions, let's start with the main cast. Up first is Thomas. This is the latest version produced by Hornby, and I got it last minute too before they abandoned the range. This guy has so much story behind him that at some point I considered making a video about how I made him look the way he looks now. Who knows? If you guys want to see it, let me know. Edward. Also produced by Hornby and its latest edition too. This was gifted to me by Ryan's Railway while I was purchasing another engine from him. We'll get to that later. He did sit on it a bit because it's a Hornby Edward. Look it up on eBay, you'll understand. Apparently it wasn't used much, it was basically just in a box. So he thought it would be better to just ship him off. So are you sure you just want to give me Edward?
I don't want him in my room anymore. He is practically an eyesore. I don't care where you take him. I don't care what you do with him. As long as he is gone, I don't care.
Sure, I'll take it. And now for the engine who I was actually buying from Ryan the first time. It was Henry. Now Henry was made completely by Ryan, other than a few touch-ups that I've made myself. Basically all I changed is the handrail paint, put him in a gloss coat, repainted chip details, and that was pretty much it. This is one of those models where I was hesitant to get it even though I was offered a very good price because I want to fit it in with my range, and also I think if I were to attempt a repaint it's just disrespectful to repaint or just destroy someone else's work. So I kept it the way it is and I warmed up to it. Eventually gave him all the extra bits and repainted those side rods red. There's just something about it that makes that motion look so clean with it. Up next is no, not that one. Next. The engine with shiny paint and a jet black stack. Here's James. Now James was originally owned by JRacer on Twitter and was the first engine I ordered myself. He recently had his motor burn out, so pain to fix, so I decided to mod him to be loco driven. Jesus Christ. Sadly, it wasn't as simple as just take the Thomas chassis and plop it under a shell. Wheels were cut, metal was chipped, plastic shell was cut in places. Maybe he deserves a video too one day. We'll have to see. Now that's my favorite. It's Percy. As per usual by Hornby, and I got this little guy for Christmas a whopping 9 years ago. It was the first guy I ever filmed, actually, in terms of model stuff. Out of everything, I was probably the most anxious to mod Percy because he held so much sentimental value to me, but despite that, the whistle graphic was removed, the lamp painted on the back, and the front running board was modded as per usual. All the mods were definitely worth it, and he remains the favorite to this day. He's wise, he's square, it's Toby. I still have a video lined up for him that's been pushed off for so long. It's been 1.5 years since I started it. Simple reason behind it is because every time I start, there's something else happening to him that's worth talking about. The plan was, Toby movie comes out, straight after follows the How I Made Toby video. I even have a thumbnail lined up for him, which I'll probably redo because it looks... yeah, it will follow, but if you haven't guessed, Toby movie, he broke, he motor burned out, he new chassis. So maybe later. Actually, not maybe later, very soon. Stay tuned. The Little Demons Bill and Bam. It was a gift sort of from Modrail when I visited him. He modded them there in place when I bought them. Running board was painted, cab blacked out, and a 3D printed whistle was added in the middle. But even without the whistle it would have looked so much better. If only Hornby did all of this from the start though. Hymac who has an idea. It's Bear. This model was a birthday gift from friends combined, and I knew I had to feature him as soon as I could. When I got references of the diesel, I got straight to work and made a face pack for him myself based on my own rules and principles. One half was left in a way where the realistic style fits, just in case I don't want to slap a face on him. Next we have Percy again. Originally made by Modrail, and briefly used for a short-lived series to Farquhar Bunch, this little guy is probably the perfect representation of Percy if he was real. If you are interested in how he was made, Modrail himself make a video about it. Link in the description. And that's it for the Thomas related characters. Now for something more real. Go in order I got them over the years. The two Hornby 040 tanks. I got these two at the same time on Christmas. The one up front is a real survivor. One thing I don't think these engines get credit for is that they may be very cheap, but they are durable. He's a bit roughened up after the special. I'm sure I'll get that soon. Tornado. Another gift from a time before YouTube. Well, it used to be DCC, but I'm guessing it was used because it had a lot of issues right out of box. It's converted to DC, sadly, in the earlier years, so he does look a bit crusty at parts. Hornby Class 2P. The original intended Edward, and the last hand order I made before they shut down. This was originally Edward, and I tried to make a design that fit it, imagining it was impossible with these wheels and overall length. So I never really got through with it, but soon after Ryan offered the Hornby Edward, my problem seemed to be solved. LNER Tango 02 class. Now this is someone who I never thought I'd get, but wanted it very much despite of it. Again, Ryan's Railways sold me this model for a very, very good bargain price. Still costs quite a bit, not as nearly much as it's worth though. It's a very common runner on and off set. The best for last. My favorite loco of all time, the Fowler 4F. My first impression of Bachmann was James. This guy changed everything. First I got the Hornby 4F, which proved to be very bad. But this engine ticks every box. Every detail, the amount of interactive stuff is unreal. This was also given to me as a gift. This time though, for Christmas. It feels so surreal that I'm not seeing the 2006 Trains little engine on my laptop from when I was a kid. But now I have a model to learn on my layouts. Very, very thankful to have him in the collection. And that is my entire engine collection. Hope you all enjoyed. Few books worth that I have to say about them. Let me know if you guys want more of these videos, or hell, recommend me stuff you'd like to see in general. I listen to the poll results, put it out on all 3 platforms, and I will plan the year's schedule accordingly. For now though, that's all from me, and I'll see you all next time.